So, I mean, I've known you for a while now, but like, let the people know like how long you've actually been doing, the recording side of music and how many projects you are, and from there, like, what do you see yourself doing next?
Man, this year makes 8. Be 8 years old with the music. Taking myself serious with the recording. Projects. Let me see. I got the first project was We On Go. It was an EP, 5 songs. And I did Undivided Attention, was like my first underground album. Then I did 3 Days, which was like my first fully mixed and mastered EP. Which was on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, all that good stuff. Then I just recently dropped a project not too long ago called I Am 6. So I think I'm 4 projects in, but I could be more in, but some music didn't make it to the surface. But it's always about quality over quantity.
With that many projects in, man, what's something that really kind of keeps you motivated, keeps you driven to even want to create? Kind of take us through the creative process of what it takes for you to put together that project, and what wakes you up and keeps you wanting to be an artist.
Man, it's life really. It's wanting more for myself and for my family. Don't get me wrong, like I'm self-motivated, self-driven, but my family, the situation that we went through growing up, not having it all. Like, we had plenty of love, not really much on the financial end, but it just makes me want to work that much harder so I can provide things for my family and my future family to come, for my kids to come and their kids to come, just to have some set in tone for them, because I feel like we set the tone now for the next 2-3 generations, having something for them. I lost my best friend too. He helped me out a real big deal with my music. He helped me out a lot, and just keeping that name alive, keeping that vision that we had alive, and that motivates me. And just not want to be where I'm at. We moved a lot growing up, so I'm always wanting to see something new. But I mean, hell, you can't see nothing new if you ain't got no money to go see nothing new. You want to go somewhere, and plane trips they cost, and bus rides they cost, and train rides they cost. So it's just like just having some money. And to be able to do something without having to say, I need to get the money for it. So that just makes me motivated, to go out here and get it.
So life, money, and the pursuit of happiness.
Man, the pursuit of peace.
Pursuit of peace? All right. So just to jump back to the music, so we don't deep dive too much into your personal, but I know the personal affects how you create the music, but let's just go over some of the album titles. So my favorite project that kind of really made me pay attention to the work ethic outside of some other things of personal conversations me and you have had was 3 Days. Like, okay. It locked me in, because to me it was kind of like an evolution of everything else we heard, because to me it was, in my opinion, your most kind of original and personal music. Like, it was original to you. I don't hear nobody else's voice in it when I listen to that album or that project. So kind of just take us through how you came up with the names for the certain projects, how you kind of developed what those projects were. Kind of, if you can, hint back to where you were at in your life, like when you made We On Go, like what caused you to create that move, because that video was dope too. So just what helped you create those moments as you went through those titles, or do you even see a progression as you went from title to title?
Nah, there's definitely a progression. I guess we'll start with the first one, which is We On Go, since I did that one first. But that was just, I got tired of hearing the word turn up. I got tired of it. So I had a show one time, and the name of the project was We On Go, because I felt that's what we were. We was always moving. We on go. We making moves. I've never heard the term used before I used it. So it was actually a mistake how I came up with the phrase "We don't turn up no more. We on go," because I was at an event, had my listening party for it, and it was just like, yo, we don't turn up no more. We on go. And from that day at Metro Fusion, that whole phrase, that group. So, man, I'm not saying I'm the founder of We On Go, but I know I'm one of the people who started saying it first. There's plenty of people using it now, and that's just what I felt it was. We on go. We gonna stay on go, and we still on go. You know what I'm saying? But to move forward, the 3 Days project, man, that was like, that was a powerful project. The whole 3 Days it has the sign involved and all that included, man. It's Jesus died and came back in 3 days, and You know, I'm not saying I'm Jesus, but I'm saying my story is similar, you know what I'm saying? People laugh at me, talk about me, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of people who are drawn into me that can feel that realness, that vibrantness, you know what I'm saying?
So that project was more like a rebirth project for you then?
Yeah, man, it was just speaking that truth, you know what I'm saying? It was the first time I ever had my music professionally mixed and mastered, a full project.
So did that project make you feel more like an artist? Did it make this music industry thing kind of seem more real because you went through the whole process of, like, you know, putting on the streaming platforms? You went through the process of, like you said, mixing and mastering. Like, did any of that heighten for you? Did any of this become more real?
Oh yeah, man. Each time I do something, it seems like it become more real because we always trying to strive in a certain direction. And I mean, just coming from where we come from, man, like a lot of people say, like, man, you sound super confident, but I was like, man, it took a lot of time to get to where I'm at in my mind with that project, man. It was just a real piece of my life, you know what I'm saying, that I chose to give away. And, you know, by getting it professionally mixed and mastered, man, it definitely made me see a whole nother side of like what the music was. It was like, okay, your music can be like this, but if you really want to go to the next level, it can be like this, and it's a whole different side. So now when I even hear other people's music, I'm like, yo, did you get it mixed and mastered? Yo, what you doing? Who you competing with? You know what I'm saying? You competing with these folks next to you, or you competing with these people across the world who getting their stuff mixed and mastered? You competing with the Ty Dolla Signs of the world, the Wiz Khalifa's, the Futures, the Kendrick Lamar's, the J. Cole's.
That quote unquote industry, like the industry.
Ain't no time all day, ain't no time left to play. This a nigga have to